Hello and welcome to your special delivery of the Cosmic Pizza Podcast. We are absolutely thrilled to have you join us for another great episode. I'm Dan in the UK, and as ever, I'm accompanied by the awesome delivery team of.
Paul from the UK.
And Sean with my mouth full.
And fantastic secret powers were revealed to me as we serve up another slice of life with everything from compelling interviews to current events and pop culture with our own quirky life stories. Yes, peppered in a little bit of a thing. Obviously, anyone who's tuning in and downloaded the episode has probably seen a title that might be giving away what we're going to talk about. But before we do that, we've already had a little catch up, but everything's okay with everybody. Everyone's good.
Yep, absolutely fine.
Sure, why not? We'll say it is.
Why not?
This is going to look great on
So yeah,
video,
so
Sean.
Well, I just got off work and I needed to eat and we needed to record, so we're doing both at once. There you go.
One day we'll have all an episode where all of us are just eating. It's just like the Conrad podcast. It's fine.
There's still a podcast with us eating pizza to be recorded at some point.
That is true.
So, yes, you have bees, Sean.
Yes, we have bees. Leah, the wife, has decided to become a beekeeper, and we've had them for about 2 weeks, and they're doing
2 weeks?
pretty well.
2 weeks?
2 weeks. Yeah, and she's just about to head out to Dad's place and check on them, feed them, and make sure they have their sugar water and everything's okay.
Nice.
Very, very good. And
Yeah.
what is your plans for these bees? What are your plans for these bees?
I don't know if we have any particular plans for the bees. She just wanted to become a beekeeper, and she likes honey in her tea. So
She's going to be drinking a lot of tea.
well, she already does. So that's perfect. And we don't get honey until next year, though, because this is the first year. So you can't take their honey until the second.
I mean, I must admit, fresh honey from the hive is pretty good, but you've got to like honey.
We do like honey. We use a lot of it. And she just asked if I told you what I have named the queen, and I haven't. But can you guess?
I did see something on Facebook.
Oh, you did. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, it's Queen Amidala.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect.
But are you sure it's the queen, and she's not just a decoy?
Well, it's got a blue dot of paint on her back, so I assume that's the queen.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, very good.
Mm.
So I
Yeah,
can just see it now.
delicious.
Vandaloo honey.
That's right.
Yeah.
Forget maple syrup.
Yeah,
Not a thing
who needs
anymore.
that when you've got the honey?
Goes perfect with the coffee. The coffee will travel. It's all coming together.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So I did have to have a little chuckle this week. We got an email in the Cosmic Pizza podcast. I don't know whether you saw it, Dan.
Oh, I haven't checked it yet. No.
It's
I don't have access to the email, so
no, it's from Maria Rodriguez, and there's a bit of a clue in the name. Maria at thecleaningcompany.com. Cleaning spelt with a K, company spelt with a K. And it says, "We'll be in the area again soon. Let me know if I should drop by." Okay, sounds a bit weird. It says, "Hey, I was recently around the neighborhood and happened to see your pizza restaurant facility. We are a local restaurant cleaning business that cleans for others in Doral." I have no idea where Doral is. "Should I visit to provide a quote? Thanks, Maria, owner of the cleaning company. Quick note, if this could help, let me know when I can swing by."
That's hilarious.
That's great. I mean, we do need a cleaner. I must admit, we just let the pots and pans sort of stack up at the Cosmic Pizza podcast.
I mean, the grease in the box is cold, and we don't throw them out. They just stay in the back. That's the problem. They just sit there.
Oh, the pile is huge.
We scrape the grease off and reuse it. Don't we? So any
we
cheese
recycle material. How dare you?
So yeah.
That's fantastic. Our first spam email. That's awesome.
Oh, it's not our first. It's the
Oh,
only one that didn't go through the spam detector.
oh, okay.
Um,
I mean,
so so sorry, go on.
it could be interesting to have some fun with it, like see where the AI takes it. Like, yeah, we do. If you want to come round, we'll give you a fake address and just see how far can we take this
Well, she already
Oh
knows where it is because she was around that area and she saw
in
it. So
Doral.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I wonder if there is a. This would be hilarious if I look this up now and find that there is one. Uh,
yeah. Because it
pe-
could be that there's a business in the area of Doral, and they call it the Cosmic Pizza Restaurant, and they've just like tried to find email addresses on the internet, and Cosmic Pizza is taken.
oh, Doral's in Miami, apparently.
Oh God! So literally nowhere near any one of us.
At least it's in the t same time zone as Sean.
That's
we could
true. Very true.
we could get German to give us some
Yeah,
advice because
yeah we could
he's in Florida
he could just
and
drop down there. Yeah,
yeah, Miami and
We've
Tampa. That's pretty close, right?
yeah,
Yeah, we're trying to franchise out in Florida,
Oh,
and
he's not
we
in Tampa.
figured
He's in Orlando.
yeah. There's lots of pizza places in Miami. That's hilarious.
we need to
Limoncello in
find
Doral.
every Cosmic Pizza takeaway place in the world, and then contact them all and say, "Look, if any of you in this area, because you might have a grid cleaner coming your way."
Oh no! Cosmic Pizza, 10895 Northwest 41st Street, Doral, Florida.
Hmm,
So
that's
they've looked it
awesome.
up, and on the internet they found an email address that is Cosmic Pizza. Forgot the word podcast and just left it out.
Oh,
Oh,
there's an Instagram page. We deliver fresh home baked pizza for you. Ooh.
That's amazing.
That's hilarious. We're going to get sued. Um, wow, where is that?
contact the cleaner. Contact the cleaner.
Okay.
It's like, we're not the restaurant, but could you go around and just chat to these guys and see if they're okay?
That'd be great, wouldn't it? Yeah, I guess we would like some cleaning done. Thank you very much.
We'll find out the
Where is
names.
this? Oh, there it
Yeah.
is. Oh, it's not far from a Denny's. Well, mind you, you're never far from a Denny's there. Oh, where's that? Oh, there it is, permanently closed. Oh, guys, what have you
Ah.
done? She's gone past, realised that it's
Well, it definitely needs a clean now.
does, doesn't it?
It's going to be derelict. I mean, lots
Where
of
are you?
people do retire to Florida and Miami, Paul. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah, yeah, I could pop over there and see.
it could be the official offices over there. We come to you. Sean goes to you. I go to you on different times. We record in the basement. It'll be all good.
I think it's been bought out by Domino's by the look of it.
Screw
Well,
you,
all the
Jonas.
pizza cooking equipment was already there, so why wouldn't you buy it?
Well, exactly, yeah. I'm wondering whether somebody bought it as a car wash and then um
Car wash to pizza joint.
God,
It's a
yeah.
natural progression.
It's got the drive-through part, but I can't find the rest of it. It must be the back end of Domino's then. Yeah. Maybe they've taken it
Oh,
over.
that would be a cool idea. The drive-through, you pick up the pizza, then you go through the car wash, and whilst all of it's closed, you're just sitting there eating your
Eat the
pizza
pizza.
whilst the
Oh,
car goes through.
genius. Absolute
That's
genius.
not a bad idea.
I think
Yeah,
you're onto something.
Yeah.
yeah. And we offer them free episodes of this, like just like they can put it in, and then they can just listen in. It'd be great.
Yeah. I mean, it must be like, what do you call it? The car wash pizza podcast. Oh,
Talking at the
yeah.
podcast. Doo-doo-doo-doo.
Oh well, permanently closed. Oh well, that's a shame.
Oh,
Thecosmicpizza.com. That's the menu. This
oh,
site can't be reached. Oh, that's handy. Maybe we could get
no.
thecosmicpizza.com as a domain.
Oh, that's a good idea. And then we can get in
And
touch with the cleaner.
and the phone calls we get from that. Yeah, you imagine. Oh dear.
Oh God.
That looks like quite nice pizza as well. As we record, it's your birthday tomorrow.
Yes,
Um,
birthday tomorrow. No plans whatsoever. Half day. Going to be doing lots of work, but celebrating later at the Science Museum for the 60th anniversary trail. So the Science Museum has got all these props and you get to go along and take a photo with them, and should be quite nice. So yeah, not celebrating on the day because everyone's too busy. So boo, boo is me.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah.
So, okay, so we have an email, another
Oh,
email from Jarman, and
hey.
he was listening to the last episode where we were talking about role-playing games, Star Trek role-playing games, and we mentioned on that podcast that we should get in touch with Jarman and Steve and see if they were interested in doing something. And
Mm.
he replied, Jarman replied to say, just listen to the latest episode. Steve and I would love to do that with you guys if scheduling permits. It would be so much fun. Um, and I said, first of all, thanks for listening to the podcast. Yes, it would be good fun to get you guys together with us and play the game. We will be recording our next episode on Wednesday, so I'll chat with the guys, mention it to them, see if we can get something sorted. So that's what we shall do in a minute.
Yay.
I did ask him whether weekends would be better. They said, yeah, weekends could be good, but I can also check in with Steve on Thursday when we record to see what works for him. Hopefully we can make it
Ah,
happen, but I know it will be like herding cats to get all of our schedules together, so we'll see.
Yeah,
Either way, I'm loving Cosmic Pizza and hope you keep them coming as you're able.
that's
So
perfect.
there you
fantastic.
go.
And speaking of Stephen German, I got a funny story. That's only funny to
Mhm.
maybe me. But the other day I was delivering the mail, and there was a letter for somebody named Dr. Hopper. And the first thing that popped into my head was Stephen German's voices, Doc Hopper, however they do it. That's
I'm Doc Papa.
Doc Hopper. Yeah, I don't even know what that's from, but they always talk about it on their shows. And as soon as I saw the name, I heard it in their voice, and I was like, I
That's
got
it now.
that.
Oh,
Every time
genius.
you get a letter for them, that's it. That's all you're going to be thinking.
That's it. Mhm.
Someday you'll actually meet them and say, "Are you Doc Papa?"
That's right.
Very good. And the last bit of news, of course, we've been talking about it just before we started recording, is that in 4 days' time, I shall be retiring.
Woohoo.
And
Yay.
I will say retiring early, because I'm not that old just yet. However, because work has been a bit of a pain over the last 3 years and it's been stressing me out, causing me depression and what have you, it's time to go. So for the last few years, I've been putting as much money as I can into my pension, and it's now come to a point where I can use it. So I'm using it.
You might as well.
Yeah,
Why not?
at the
Good
good
for
old
you.
Yeah, get out.
at the good old age of 61 and not 67 as it should be in the
Nice.
UK.
Look at
Nice.
you go.
Do you want to do fun facts?
Oh yes, we've got fun facts.
This month's Fun Facts.
I've got one.
Oh my word.
Hey.
Yes. When I was pulling in the driveway, I said to the wife, I don't have my fun fact. So she sent me a link to cosmopolitan.com, and here's one. Chainsaws were first invented for childbirth. They were developed in Scotland in the late 18th century to help aid and speed up the process of, I'm not sure how you say this word, symphysiotomy, which means widening the pubic cartilage and the removal of disease-laden bone during childbirth
With a chainsaw.
with a chainsaw.
Wow.
That's what chainsaws were invented for, and only later did they figure they were good for wood.
Good for chopping down trees. I hope they were slightly
Jeez.
smaller than the ones that we use for chopping down trees.
They don't have pictures in that article.
We have a we yes, we have a slight problem with the childbirth. Hang on. Yeah. No, it's okay. I'm fine, thanks. Oh, it seems to have gone. Dear, oh dear. I hope it's a smaller version.
Right. Yeah. Who knows? That's 18th century Scotland for you, though.
Yeah, that is pretty much it. Yeah. So well, talking about trees, um, here's a fun fact. There are more trees on Earth than stars in our galaxy.
I
How
believe
about
it.
that? We have roughly
Wow.
3 trillion trees compared to 100 to 400 billion stars in the Milky Way.
Wow.
There
You'd
you
think with
go.
like deforestation and everything, it'd be all gone.
Still, yeah, we still got enough. Still got
Wow.
more trees.
That's fine.
Wow.
Tear it all down. Yeah, it's
Yes.
all a myth.
Yeah. And a second fun fact, which is one that I do actually know because having worked in the glass industry, I know this fact. Glass is not a solid. It is a liquid.
That's true. I
Yeah.
knew that.
It is an amorphous solid, or as I call it, a very viscous liquid, meaning its molecules flow incredibly slowly over hundreds of years. And this has been proven when you look at church windows, stained glass windows. They are fatter at the bottom than they are at the top. So
Mm.
over the years, the glass has dropped,
Sagged.
sagged
Super
Mm.
slow. So yeah,
super slow. Yeah, we're talking hundreds of years, but that's 800 years or so. That's nothing to a glacier. So
there you go.
Wow.
there you go.
That
Have
is
you
quite a fun
have you
fact. I
got
like that.
yeah? Have you got one?
I do have one. So again, like I like to link it to what we're talking about for the episode. So the world's oldest toy is anything that's sort of doll shaped. So it could be bone, could be wood, could be made out of any material that we had when we were Neanderthals and cavemen, and you would make a doll or a person or a thing that you would stick and sort of play around with, or maybe an animal. You'd carve it out of the bone. But what do you think is the second oldest toy in the world?
No
Toy,
idea.
a spinning top.
It's something spins, yeah. Something spins, but not spinning top.
Hmm? Merry-go-round?
No.
A
Something that
wheel.
spins. Wheel.
It is a wheel.
A wheel.
It's got a wheel shape.
Oh, okay. Oh, I was going to say a
It,
wheel
it
and
keeps
wheel and a stick. You just keep. Oh,
it keeps coming back and it keeps becoming a fad every couple of years. You'll see them come back.
Hula
Any
hoop.
ideas? Close.
oh,
It's still round and you kind of play it and it goes around and it goes back up again. It keeps coming back up again.
yo-yo.
Hey,
There
yes, the
you
yo-yo is
go.
actually from ancient China, is actually the design of it, but it was became the most popular thing in the Philippines as a weapon. It was
Oh,
actually kind of like a sling. So they would sort of wind it up, wind it up, wind it up, swing and take you out. So yeah, the second oldest toy in the world after dolls, effectively, is a yo-yo. There you go. It's been around for
That's
ages.
you do
pretty
that
cool.
again. Oh, let's do the. You see this? Look, I can do a little cat, a little cradle here. Achtung.
Stop doing that. Oh,
Yeah,
Jesus.
ow.
He keeps getting my nose.
Yeah. Wonder how many people were actually injured by themselves doing that. Oh, my eye.
But following on from that, though, there was another thing I was going to use, but I didn't know if Sean might have already had it. It was where Matchbox cars come from, where the word Matchbox comes from.
Yeah, from the little matchbox that they fit in.
But why would they call it, or why did they try to fit it to that? Do you know why?
I have forgotten.
That's all right. It was basically the inventor of it. His daughter was going to school, and they said they couldn't have any toys over the size of a matchbox.
That's
So he
right. Yeah.
deliberately made her a toy car that fitted into a matchbox and got round the thing, so she could have a little car to play with. And that became
Ah,
the Matchbox toys. There you
very
go.
good.
But yeah, I didn't want to, just in case Sean was bringing a toy fact just at some point as well.
No,
Yeah.
because I didn't know what our topic of conversation was this week, and I still don't actually.
Well, the original idea of this was that we were going to be recording this not long after the release of the film He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. We were going to have a guest on to talk about his collection. Unfortunately, he's not available for this recording at the time, but hopefully we can get him in another time. First of all, has anyone actually been to see the film?
I have.
No.
Hey, hey. Okay. Thoughts? Any review ideas on the movie so far?
You know what? I enjoyed it. I didn't grow up watching He-Man. I was a Thundercats kid. Friends of mine growing up, they had all the toys, and Skeletor was the big scary toy. And I'm like, well, I don't know. I didn't have any of the toys. But you know what? It's pop culture. It's 80s. I love all that kind of stuff. So I was like, Leah, let's go see this movie. So we did. And you know what? I've watched some YouTube reviews about it. And they said, yeah, it doesn't really, blah, 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 you know. But you know what? Just to sit back for 2 hours and enjoy a silly movie, who cares if it matches the source material or anything like that? It was fun.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I enjoyed it, and I hope they do a sequel, even though it hasn't done very well at the box office.
Mm.
Yeah, sadly not. Yeah.
And
No, I went along with that as well. Yeah.
you saw it as well?
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Masters of the Universe was a little bit after my time. I was aware of it, and I've seen the odd cartoon here and there when it was knocking around. But other than that, it wasn't my genre, so I never really got into it. And the toys, obviously, were too late for me, so it's not something I did. But having seen it, well, I haven't seen the trailer to be honest. I was going to look at the trailer and see whether it was just worth having a look. If it comes, well, when it comes out at Snips, I'm sure we could probably do it as a film night if we can refire up the film night um, routine again.
It's made by Amazon, so it should be on the streaming platform for a while. So Amazon Prime should have it,
Yeah,
pres provided that they don't then put it behind another paywall after that. But yeah, yeah, we'll watch.
They
It'll be
might
always
to
fun.
recoup the costs.
Mm,
You don't know.
it's very true. I think
yeah.
for me, having seen it, and obviously it was a big thing, and I wanted to take all the family with me. They really had no connection to it whatsoever. So the kids, I've tried to play them a couple of episodes. They never really got into it. It's the old filmation style of animation. They don't really get that. My wife was never really He-Man obsessed or anything like that. Um, so for an adult watching it, for a modern audience watching it, there's nothing to bring you in. There's no in jokes. You don't know the background. It's the nostalgia isn't there, so you haven't got that sort of hooking you in. So if you go with the mindset of, well, for me, what would be a 43-year-old man who grew up on it, um, it's kind of hard to get friends and family and people who aren't into it. However, 8-year-old me, who was in my brain watching this movie, was like, oh, he holds up the sword. Oh, that character's there. Oh, that character's there. They're doing the thing from the thing. Yeah, there was a kind of a glee. There was this tiny little ball of energy inside my chest, and it was like, oh, I'm home. This is what I grew up on. There were the times when I was in the back garden, and screaming at the top of my lungs, I have the power with a stick instead of a sword because couldn't afford the actual toy. And my next door neighbor Nancy would always be having a sword fight with me, and she would pretend to be Skeletor for me, and we would have a full sword fight. Yeah, and I got to see that on screen, actual He-Man and Skeletor as they looked in that comic book, colorful, bright, out there. If I really took a critical eye to the film, the jokes didn't land. It wasn't the funniest. There was a very labored joke. There is a character called Fisto,
Yes, I was
and
just going to bring that
I'll
up.
leave it.
Yeah.
I'll leave it to your imagination on what kind of jokes come out. But it was the same joke every time that he hated the name, and then they made fun of it, and then he would say something awkward, and then he hated the name again, rather than sort of having a little arc to it. And he comes back and completely embraces it. At the very end, he says, Fisto to the rescue," but that's it. Like he doesn't really fall in love with the name, and I just kind of feel like that it just every little joke just needed that little bit of tightening, so that like writer's brain in my head wanted to just make it like I went to jump in and just say, "Oh, just try that, just a little bit better, just tighten that joke up a little bit more." Um, Jared Leto was a surprise for me. I enjoyed the Skeletor performance. I thought it kind of worked. Like
Yeah, you wouldn't even know it was him.
no, I mean, I know he is this problematic actor that, he gets into his parts and he, his method and sort of scares his fellow actors on set with rats in boxes, I think was a story I heard from one source and things like this when he wants to get into a villain role. But actually, no, he was enjoyable. He was camp. He was over the top. He was making very sexual innuendo jokes. That was another thing. There was a lot of adult innuendo jokes like for a family movie that was a
Mm.
very weird choice for a 12A certificate.
They needed another pass or two on the script. Is what they needed.
That definitely, yeah, they just needed someone to just kind of go, the May could be a little bit better. Soundtrack though, absolutely fantastic. Having Brian May from Queen doing the soundtrack with the guitar riff, kind of like this orchestral kind of ethereal music, kind of Flash Gordon-y the 80s rock vibe. Fantastic. Really good choice. Yeah, just needed a little bit of tweaking for me as an adult. But as a kid, that, like I say, the 8-year-old inside me loved the movie. So yeah, that's the Cosmic Pizza review of Masters of the Universe.
And I'll say I don't know who this Tila actress is from anything else that she's done, but holy crap, is she gorgeous?
She is amazing. And like the fight scenes and everything, she was just like on it. I think she had the best like line delivery for all of her jokes. Like she had that
Mhm.
bit. Like some
Yeah.
of the other actors didn't have it, but she was definitely on screen for yes, yes, I enjoyed the Tila bits.
Yep. That was good. 12-year-old me was very happy to see her.
Yes, an 8-year-old, 12-year-old. There's a demographic that will enjoy this movie.
That's exactly right.
So what was the guy who played
Ah,
He-Man like? Was he, muscular and well
Yeah,
built?
not bad.
What was he like as an
yeah,
actor?
Jokey.
yeah. I think they were going for perhaps a Chris Hemsworth look
I think
or
so.
feel to the actor.
Mhm.
And the jokes for him weren't written right, but he had that kind of pathetic energy that the Adam character that turns into He-Man has. I just feel again they feel like they should have just given him a few more better jokes to play with, and I think it would have worked. Yeah, more for him. I, there's a bit in the movie where he is right at the beginning, so it's not a spoiler. It's in the trailer. He works for HR whilst he's trapped on Earth before he gets back to Eternia, and he's learning kind of empathy and things like this. And I feel like if they'd lent into that and he was really getting into the jokes of I work in HR. This is terrible. This is horrible. I hate having to like help people all the time in this way. I just want to do something about it. I feel like that could have worked a bit better. But as an actor, yeah, I thought he did all right.
Very good. So we have Deadpool's girlfriend in it as well, Morena
Hmm.
Baccarin.
Yeah, as the
And
Yes, as the
sorceress, right?
sorceress.
yeah,
Mm,
and Idris Elba, I notice.
Mhm.
yes,
And
biggest porn stash mustache that you can see.
yes, yes, and Alison Brie was Evil Lynn, and we know her from Glow on
Mm,
Netflix. That's how I know her.
Ah, right.
yes, yeah. Community for me.
Oh, okay.
So she's got the comedy chops and the acting chops, and she is fantastic. Full evil Lynn. Yeah, out for her own ends, being all maniacal and over the top. Wonderful.
So you've probably just said this, but it starts with He-Man not being He-Man, and then so it's like uh, uh, uh what's it called?
Not quite an origin story, but
Origin story. That's the word I was looking for
not
there.
not quite.
Not quite.
No, but because
Yeah,
it's really quick and it's not drawn out, so it
yeah.
gives you some background.
It's
So, so somebody who hasn't seen
yeah.
it, like me, for example, would sort of get it. Would understand what word he's come from, and
Oh, for sure.
yeah, no. Okay.
Yeah,
Because I mean,
yeah.
it'd be no point in me because if I was going to watch this, I wouldn't want to start as He-Man, this is it. Because straight away that takes me out of the film because I don't know He-Man and I don't know any of the characters that you've been talking about.
You don't need to.
So yeah,
No,
that's okay.
no.
Hmm.
That is the best thing about it is that there's actually an in-canon reason why he doesn't quite remember the characters because the very beginning he leaves Eternia as Skeletor is winning this war for Eternia. So he gets sent to Earth to escape it with the power sword, and then as he grows up on Earth, he then comes back to Eternia to become He-Man. That's in the trailer. It's everyone knows that that's going to happen. But because he was young when he left, he didn't know everyone's names, so he made up the names in his head. So it's an 8-year-old boy describing all the different heroes the best way he knows how. And Fisto is the guy with the giant fist. So that's
That's
the
not
name he
actually
gives
his
them. It's not his
name,
actual name.
which was the
No,
best part of the entire movie is that it was all in his head.
it's
Yeah.
all in his head that this is what I remember. Oh, you were Fisto, you were Ram Man, you were this, you were that. It's so none of the characters you ever really learn their name other than Idris Elba, who is Duncan, or as we would know him, Man of Arms, if you're a He-Man fan. But he knows only a few names of the actual people there. All the rest are, made up by this child who's desperately trying to remember the home he came from.
Well,
So you're his, yeah, he's kind of you. He's the audience. He's the everyman for everybody coming in.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so I enjoyed it. It wasn't the greatest movie I've ever seen, but you know what? It was fine, and I would watch two or three more movies in this universe.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And do you
Yep.
do,
And
do are they going to make another one, or do you know if they're going to make another one? Or...
Well, according to things I've read, they could, but it hasn't made the money back that it should in order to
Hmm.
really. But it's Amazon and it's Jeff Bezos, and he's got all kinds of money, and if he wants it, he'll do it.
Yeah.
So we don't know.
they've they do leave it, I will say, stay to the very end. There are three end credit scenes, so they desperately wanted it to become something.
Oh yeah.
If it doesn't, it's kind of a failed setup of all three of those end scenes.
Hmm.
But again, with it being a toy, with it being merchandise, it's a
Yeah.
proven model. Um, they could make the money back out elsewhere with
Yeah.
merch, and then
That's right. If only they had
make
somewhere they
another one.
could sell it. Hmm.
It's very
Well,
strange. Yeah, some sort of
after
company.
watching it, I was like, I turned to Leah and I said, "Now I need a Roboto action figure for my robot shelf."
Yes, yes, definitely.
That was the greatest character in the show.
You might say.
Yes, wasn't she
Yes,
the greatest character in the show?
she was. She absolutely was. I did not realize it was Kristen Wiig. I
Oh, yes.
did not know that you could hear the voice, wouldn't have put it together in a million years. It wasn't until I saw the credits at the end.
Wow. Very good. Well,
There you go.
I'm gonna go and have a look at the trailer and see what it looks like.
After we've talked about the movie, I figure I'd give you some background. Normally, I would have handed this over to our guest, and he could have talked about, how he got into it, what he collects, where he gets it from. Maybe that'll be a future episode. But I figured let's do some history. And anyone who was listening and watching to our podcast last month, don't worry, there is no PowerPoint with this one. It's a nice short history. Um, so, all of the sources, things like that I've pulled from here, it's not Wikipedia. It is from official documentaries, books, and everything that documents this history. It's a widely documented history. There are websites beyond websites of fan-made history and blogs about this thing. It has far-reaching tentacles going everywhere throughout the geek sphere. But there are two really good documentaries. There is The Toys That Made Us on Netflix. There is an episode about the He-Man story, obviously just focusing really on the toy, but talks about everything. And then there is The Power of Grayskull, which is the definitive history of Masters of the Universe, which is the complete title of that documentary. So by the time you finish saying the documentary title, you've finished watching it. They go through everything, so I've just condensed it down to a little timeline of the history of He-Man. So He-Man and Eternia and the lore states that they are in the center of the universe. But before we get to the center of the universe, we go to a galaxy far, far away. In fact, we go before a galaxy far, far away, a long, long time ago, in 1976, when a toy company called Kenner beats out Mattel for the Star Wars toys rights. Well, maybe don't beat them out. The CEO of Mattel, Ray Wagner, who had the Empire with Barbie and all this sort of stuff under his belt, turned down Star Wars. They didn't need it. They've got Barbie. And then Star Wars comes along and blows everything out the water. And then the entire toy market starts scrambling around thinking, hang on a minute, we need something to rival this Star Wars phenomenon. Just last Christmas, they were selling them a coupon for a toy that they will eventually get in the post 8 months after Christmas, and kids are still lapping it up. We need something good. So Ray Wagner, with his tail between his legs, goes to his toy developers and say, "Make me a toy line." So by 1979 and into 80, they are looking for toy line concepts. There's no talk of there being films, TV, anything like that. They go to a group of guys, but two main names come out. Now, there's a lot of ambiguity. There's a lot of rivalry between these two on who actually created He-Man. But Mark Taylor is accredited with the design of it. So what we would kind of think of as He-Man, the barbarian with the big rippling muscles fighting a skeletal evil figure. And then you've got Roger Sweet, who's the first one to actually build a prototype He-Man. He was the first man to use the word He-Man. It's a barbarian kind figure. He had three options: soldier, spaceman, barbarian. The toy company at Mattel were making something called Big Jim, which was kind of a lean action man type figure for the UK audience, kind of a G.I. Joe as it would be after that. But he took the Big Jim figure, stripped him down, put modeling clay on him, made him really beefy and bigged up, and called him a barbarian and said, I've got soldier, spaceman, He-Man. And as soon as he said He-Man, the light flicked on. They went to Mark Taylor and he drew He-Man, as it were. Loads of people try and claim that they invented He-Man, but those are really the two names that come out of it. The toy pitch is where it comes to. They went to two big toy companies, and there was one who said, well, why is anyone going to buy this? Well, they've got no story. The kids won't get into it. They were thinking Star Wars. You have to have the TV show or the movie first, and then you make toys after it. And so, did we not tell you there's going to be a comic book in with every toy purchase? The kids will actually follow the story with the comic book, and they say, "Oh, that's really good. All right, we'll buy 1,000 units. Great, great, great." Then they go to Toys R Us, and it's like, "Well, why would we buy this? You know, there needs to be a TV movie or something else." And it's like, "There's a comic book's a really good idea, but kids won't be able to watch it on their TV screens." And they're like, "Oh, did we not tell you? There's a 1 hour pitch. There's a 1 hour TV show, an animated TV show we're going to make for the toy line, and that will come out around about the same time we launch the toys. It'll all be all at once." Toys R Us go, "Oh wow, that's a really good idea." They didn't have any contracts with a comic book company, and they didn't have any contracts with a TV company at all. They were making it up as they went along. But it inadvertently started the trend for the next 15 to 20 years of you've got a toy, then you make the TV show or comic book, not the other way around. Up till then, like Star Wars, everyone knew what Star Wars was first, then you sell a toy. This completely turned it on its head. Then you get Thundercats, then you get Transformers, then you get all of this coming out from this, basically lying to Toys R Us. So in September 1983, with a buttload of He-Man and Skeletors and the original 12-piece set wave or line of toys, they are releasing the TV show, The Lords of Light. We all know what that is. Oh wait, no, that's a bit more that's a bit religious. Or I don't think we need Lords of Light. What are we going to do? I don't know. We could go for Masters of the Universe. Apparently, everybody hated that name, but it was the only thing they could come up with, and that's what went to Filmation. And Filmation then make 130 episodes for the next 2 years, 83 to 85. So it came out 3 months after I was born, and it was ended about 2 years after that. And John Irwin voices the character as we know it today. The light voice of Adam, and then the epic voice of He-Man. And he gave it that spin. Up till then, it was just a barbarian. It was just a guy on this planet called Eternia fighting a guy called Skeletor. But it wasn't until Filmation that they fleshed it out, and it became this wimpy kind of prince who becomes He-Man and defends a realm. And then there's characters of kings and knights and fantasy, and they brought all this into it as well. So they had this barbarian on a barbarian's world. Now they have high fantasy, but they also want to get in all the space nerds because now there's shuttles going up in space and Challenger and all this stuff. So maybe we get some sci-fi tech in there. And it became this dumping ground for all the ideas and all the toys they could make from all of the molds that they had in the shop. So you get space vehicles, you get horses, you get Cringer the Battle Cat, who is basically the Big Jim tiger that they had the mold for, painted green with orange stripes, just to save a bit of money. 1985, they realize, hang on a minute, the girls' market's not getting in on that, so they make She-Ra, who is basically his sister, who gets abducted and taken to a parallel universe, and fights Hordak, who was the guy who trained Skeletor, and He-Man sort of dwindles after that, and then She-Ra takes off for about 2 years. They blame. There's a bit of misogyny going on with. They blame She-Ra sort of taking out He-Man's sales. That it made him look wimpy because now there's a girl who's just as good as the guy. It's just made up. That's just stupid. It was just that was the time. They played He-Man to death for 2 years. They released toy after toy after toy, and eventually the bubble burst. 87, then we get the first movie, which was a commercial flop, and yeah, not great. Has anyone seen the original movie?
I have seen the original movie multiple times. It stars our boy, Robbie Duncan McNeil. and
It does.
Courtney Cox, Frank Langella, Dolph Lundgren, who makes a cameo in the new movie, which is pretty friggin'
Yeah,
awesome.
very appreciated that.
Hmm.
Yeah. The downside of that movie is they had He-Man, they had Man-at-Arms and Teela, and they had Skeletor and Evil Lyn, and then no other characters that anybody knew anything about. They
Something
made up
about
their own
licensing, I
characters.
think, right?
That was it. Yeah, they couldn't get the license back from Filmation and from Mattel, and everything just didn't sort of work for them. So with a movie about He-Man where half the characters are something the kids don't even know or remember, it didn't catch on. They couldn't make any new toys out of it. By the 90s, they then try and relaunch He-Man, where he goes to space. He goes in 1990 to 91, only for 1 year because it's a big old flop, and it's a very weedy He-Man. He's very tiny, very slight. There's no muscles to him. It just wasn't impressive anymore. And then there's a big old gap where nothing happens. And then 2002 comes along with Motu 2000 or Masters of the Universe 2000, which was a critical success and proved that they could sell toys to collectors, but didn't reach that target kid audience. They were too heavily into the old 80s lore that kids just didn't have a way in. They couldn't find it. It was too dense for them. But it proved that the adults were out there spending the money. So they proved that it was kind of a working model. By 2011, you get the success of things like Game of Thrones and fantasy coming back. So then by 2012, they optioned the movie rights to make a new Masters of the Universe. So that's 14 years since 2012 before this movie released this year. And that was when the first rumblings were sort of going along. From 2012 onwards, there were DC crossovers. He-Man killed Superman because Superman is quite weak against magic, and He-Man's all about the magic, so he stabbed him with the sword. But he was under the control of Skeletor and his mind control. There's all kinds of things with She-Ra reboots in 2018. 2021 is when it really comes back again. Kevin Smith, one of my favorite directors, with Netflix, they create Master of the Universe Revelation, where they kill off He-Man in the first episode. Oh, okay. What are they going to do now? And it's Teela's journey to go and rescue He-Man from the afterlife. So we had He-Man for like 2 episodes in a He-Man show, and lots of fans didn't like it. I really enjoyed it, but
It sort of sounds a
lots
bit
of
like
fans.
Blake Seven.
Yeah, very strange.
Hmm.
We should do an episode about Blake Seven. That'd be a
We
really
should
good
do,
idea.
yeah.
2021, also, they split the market. So 2021, you've got Revelations going on. And in the same year, Netflix make a kid-orientated show called Masters of the Universe, exactly the same name. And this CGI version of Masters of the Universe is for the kids, and then Revelation is for the adults. So now you've got two markets who don't really get into it. And it's a flop basically for them. And again, they can't market the toys. And last but not least, 2022, Masters of the Universe Revolution, where they kind of go back over and say, actually, no, He-Man's now in charge again. He's all good. Kevin Smith came back just to finish it off for the second season. And now here we are with another Masters of the Universe movie, which may not be doing as well. So they have yet again failed to launch anything yet. Who knows? With Amazon's money, we'll go from there. But that is the potted history of Masters of the Universe.
Wow. To the point where you think, give up, try a different franchise, maybe.
Mm,
It
yeah,
makes you wonder what they're thinking and
Hmm.
the marketing. And
yeah.
I thought this was going to do great in the theater. I thought all the fanboys our ages would have loved it and gone to see it and brought all their kids and all that stuff. But people don't seem to care.
Mm.
But did somebody once say something about Jared Leto killing off franchises or something? But
Yeah,
because
pretty much.
he's done that
That's true.
with Joker. I mean, he sort of killed that off, and then now
Yeah,
he's doing it with this.
Yeah,
yeah.
he did it with
And
Tron Ares
Tron,
and
All
Tron
right.
Ares was something else. It was awful.
Oh, I
I
never saw
watched it
that.
and it was like it's on Disney, but I feel like it felt like a made for TV movie that should have been a three-part series. And it just, I don't know, it was just so flat. There was nothing about it that felt like Tron anymore,
Mm,
because it was set in the real world, not in the Tron world. So you're taking a character out of
mm,
what was actually interesting about the movies in the first place.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that was the setup from the last one, wasn't it? And as soon as we all saw that, we all sort of thought, well, really, out into the real world, it's all about computers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they succeeded once, and at its height, He-Man outsold Barbie. So, if they want to make dollars, they thought, oh, well, He-Man proved it once. Unfortunately, it just didn't prove it the 16 other times they tried to relaunch the franchise. So yeah, greed, I suppose, takes over.
Mhm. Yeah, it's a shame. But I think I might go and have a look at the film. It looks
Hmm,
fun.
it is fun.
It's mindless fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
really good.
Tell us about your toy collection, Dan. How many He-Man toys do you have?
Unfortunately, there's a sad tale of woe. I have an Adam, I have Cringer, I have Skeletor, and that's all I've got left. Oh, I've
Oh,
got a Grislaw, who was the hairy character, who apparently when I was a kid, I would only get a haircut if Grislaw came with me, and he had a haircut too. So we
oh,
would place him there, and then they would pretend to snip Grislaw, and then I could have my haircut as well. No, my parents said, it's time to put away the childish things, and said you need to sell these so that you can make some money and have some money when you grow up. So I sold them all. I had everything. I had the Castle
oh.
Grayskull. I had every character you could imagine. I had Modulor, who was the evil scientist who you could pop the legs out and put him in different ways and build him into different things. Loved that character. So good. But no, they are all gone. They are in a far-flung place, possibly a landfill by now. But yeah, someday I'll have them back. So yeah, that's why I wanted James on, so we could see his collection and I could like relive my youth. But no,
Mm.
nothing.
Well, hopefully from a future podcast we can get him
Yes.
on. Really good.
Excellent. I think that's it. I think we should
Oh,
round out the show.
yeah, thanks for that, Dan. That was very good, very informative. Got
No
me
worries.
thinking about actually going to watch a He-Man film now.
Who knew? Who would have thought?
There we go. Sold a
Yeah.
ticket. There we go.
Mm.
Okay then. Right. Well, our cosmic pizza has been consumed by the fantastic listener, and the grease in the box is cold. We hope you're full to the brim. So join us for another slice of life next time in another special delivery of the Cosmic Pizza Podcast.
Podcast.